Okay, I am on my way to the gym. Not a popular gym, even though it's a popular gym. I'll tell you what I mean by that. I wanted to do this video for a while. And those of you that know, I started the health fitness YouTube channel. My first videos I did when I went from 245 to 219. And I did a lot of research on Planet Fitness and watched a lot of videos on it, and a lot of haters out there drinking that haterade. But I did a lot of research, and of course, I used to be a weightlifter years ago, and I started doing it again. And I disagree with a lot of the stuff they're saying about Planet Fitness. $10 a month, man, the cheapest plan they got. You can't beat that. People say, you can't get really big there, or they won't let you get too big there, or there's so many different things that they say, which even Planet Fitness will kind of say too. But let me tell you something. Don't be fooled, okay? Because I'm going to show you some pictures, man. There's some guys at Planet Fitness that are freaking huge. They got some huge muscle mass. And if you're trying to be a bodybuilder and you're not trying to get there super fast, you can put on some serious muscle mass well, their weights only go up to 70 pounds in a dumbbell. Do more reps. Man, this light sucks. Do more reps. We tend to think that it's all about how much weight you can do, or how much you can max, or hey, what's your max? People ask me. I don't know. Back in the day, I was maxing 270. But what builds muscle the greatest, I believe, is reps. How many reps you can do. Of course, you want to start out kind of high so you get tired faster, and drop, keep doing reps until you can't even do 5 pounds anymore. No matter what it is. But it's just there are guys there that are very, very freaking buff, very big, and they show you some tricks. Now, don't get me wrong. I say you should start out there, but don't get me wrong. When you succeed that, of which they can produce for you, doing reps and doing your weights slower, like slow motion, on the bench or on the curls, makes your muscles wider. And you absolutely, no matter how much you work out, can't get any bigger. Go pay $50 at a gym somewhere, a real weightlifting heavyweight gym. Okay, and that's what I'm gonna do. When I succeed that, it don't make no sense for me to go to a heavyweight gym if I can't even benefit from what they truly have to offer. That I can't do at Planet Fitness for my size and my build. So I want to prove to you. I'm going to start making other videos. It's going to take a few months. I want to prove to you how big people are and how big I can get big there. And tell me you're not going to be impressed for $10 a month. Hey, you want to go pay $50 a month and you want to look like freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger and all these other famous and popular guys. That's for you. That's you're obviously wanting to be a heavyweight champion of the world. Good for you. Don't beat up Planet Fitness, okay? So I'm going to show you guys something, and I'm going to show you guys how to do more muscle. I'm going to show you guys how to work out, how I train, how I used to train, okay? So people are like, well, Vinny, you don't really have too many results right away. You're just starting out. I'm actually getting pretty buff pretty quick. I'm already over 200 pounds on the bench, and I just started a couple months ago. So of course that's muscle memory for you, but I knew how to work out, and I'm showing you now how to work out. So I know there's a lot of good workout videos out there, but maybe I speak a better volume of your language, but we'll see. So yeah, yeah, I'm excited, man. Planet Fitness is awesome, and it's not too crowded. You know, there's I've been to weightlifting gyms where I want to go back and forth between two different big pieces of equipment or whatever. And what happens is I can't really do that all the time. A lot of times, I got to stick to one thing. What I like about Planet Fitness is that there's like 5 of the same pieces of equipment sometimes. 3. Sorry, I'm over exaggerating. And I'm able to go back and forth too. And it's 24 hours. Love everything about it. So I'm doing a lot more videos on how I eat healthy, and I give a lot of good tips and stuff that actually works. I've got results. I only listen to people that actually have results, good results. If you're watching a YouTube video and some guy's got some freaking banging shoulders, man, and he's doing something right, listen to his videos. And I'm gonna be doing a lot. I'm convinced that I'm gonna do shoulder workouts every day, no matter what. When was the last time you did an awesome freaking workout on your shoulders and you woke up and you were really sore in your shoulders? Not very often, huh? The stronger your muscles are that have sore, it actually is harder. It's harder to get them. I've noticed. So work them out every day. If I was to go to prison, some guy said this. I'm going to steal it from him. If I were to go to prison and I was behind bars, and you knew I was working out every day, and that's all I did was work out every day behind bars in my cell, would you assume that I'm bigger when I get out versus the guy who takes 2-3 days of resting? And I mean working out shoulders only. Yeah, absolutely. Of course I would be bigger. Now, why would you think that, right? Think about it. Something to think about. And so, not to mention, I'm really going to start working on my shoulders every day. I'm serious, because it's going to make you look more lean. It's going to make you look skinnier, and that's what it's about, right? Shoot. But yeah, man, I got to pick up some protein. I'm taking protein powders too. What is that protein called? Man, it's casein protein. I like that better. I see better muscle recovery. Like, I'm not as sore, and when I am sore, it's not as long. I just like the idea of long digesting. It takes longer to digest. I got the 8-hour substance, whereas the whey is pretty good during the day, but it 2 hours to get into your body all the way, and that's it. Whereas 8 hours of slow release, time release, during your sleep, while your body is sleeping, rebuilding hormones, I think that's just the best time, and I see better results. And I'm not as hungry in the mornings, and I don't have to eat as much. And so sometimes I take that protein during the day so that I'm not as hungry. And I don't think drinking protein or eating a lot is really good before your workout, because you don't want to get bloated. You don't want to be working out while you're bloated, because that stuff could trigger an umbilical hernia. Not to mention, if you have an umbilical hernia, you don't want to be bloated in any kind of way. You don't even want to drink too much water. But yeah, I don't think it's worth taking protein before you work out, or even, I don't think it's even effective after. What are you talking about? Your body is not using up the protein to rebuild your muscles. The strength comes in the rest. The strength comes in the next day. Your body's using protein sources that you've eaten days before. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I know I got a good workout and I'm going to be sore the next day and I know it, I'm going to drink that protein at night, because I want those muscles to marinate in that protein while they're rebuilding and coming back from that soreness, because obviously when you're not so sore anymore during the sore process, obviously after a while when you're not so sore, there's been some muscle recovery time. So that's when you're actually rebuilding the structure. If you take a Band-Aid, if you take a rubber band an old one and you stretch it enough, you start seeing little cracks in the band-aid. That's why your muscles are sore. It's called muscle damage. It's a good damage. And what happens is that in those cracks, that damage, it starts building more fibers. So during that time is really the time to really drink your protein. The night before, not to mention the protein that's already in your system, days ahead. So it's just really good to keep protein before and after. I just don't think drinking protein during a workout is actually going to make a difference, because those muscles are just ripping open, flowing protein over it. I just don't see how that's, I think it's just in the rebuilding process, the healing process, where it starts really, your muscle starts taking in my opinion, from the research I've done over the years. So, so protein is really better when you're not even going to eat any food, or when you're not going to eat any meat or chicken, because you can get the same protein source from steak or from chicken or whatever. You know what I mean? And so I just, I do. Can't think of it. It's called. I think it's called 6-Star Protein or whatever. They recommend only 2. They recommend 2. They recommend 2 scoops at the most. I don't know. Does it help to take protein? I believe it does. I believe it gives you 25% more difference. I really do. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. So.